Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that, well, we try to cut through the complexity, give you the key insights you need from, a whole stack of sources. Our mission, pretty straightforward. Give you a direct path to being well-informed minus the overload. Today, we're diving into a topic that feels pretty vast for many business leaders, artificial intelligence.ai. You hear it everywhere, right? But what does it actually mean for your small or medium-sized business? And how can you use it without, say, needing a whole team of data scientists? So our goal here is to demystify AI, give you a practical, no-nonsense guide, help you take those first steps, find some quick wins, and do it safely. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's true. I think the perception of AI often swings between, science fiction and these super complex, expensive systems only for the big players. But the reality is, and this is what's really interesting, AI is much more accessible. It's often already woven into our daily lives, sometimes without us even noticing. So the first step, really, for your business is just recognizing it's already around. It's not about building robots. It's more about smart tools, recognizing patterns, automating tasks.
That's a really helpful way to frame it. We do get caught up in the big futuristic ideas, but you're saying it's more embedded, almost mundane sometimes. Can you give a few examples? Where are we bumping into AI day to day without maybe calling it that?
Oh, absolutely. Think about your email spam filter, that little thing that keeps junk out of your inbox. That's AI. It's constantly learning from communication patterns to figure out what's unwanted. Or when you're shopping online, say on Amazon, and it's just people who bought this also bought. Or here's something you might like.
Right. Those recommendations.
Exactly. That's AI analyzing your history and millions of others to guess what you might want next. Even simpler, your map app, Google Maps maybe, when it suddenly reroutes you because of traffic. That's AI adapting in real time, looking at congestion, finding a better way. These everyday things, they really show AI's core job. Spotting patterns and making automated decisions to help us out.
So pattern recognition and automation, that makes it feel a lot less daunting. Now, for the business leaders listening, when we talk about AI that they can actually use now, what type are we generally talking about? Because AI is such a broad term.
Yeah, it really is. For businesses today, especially SMEs looking for practical uses, the most relevant type is usually generative AI. These are models you've probably heard of, like ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, things like that.
Okay.
And unlike AI that just analyzes data, generative AI is good at creating new stuff, text, images, code, even just ideas based on the prompts you give it. It learns from huge data sets and then generates something original.
That's a key difference, not just analyzing, but creating. Which brings us, I think, to the mindset you should adopt. We're not saying do AI just to do it. The real goal, the practical mindset, is solving a business problem. So think about it. Is there a repetitive task in your company? Something that eats up time, a bottleneck? Could a smart tool, an AI tool, help automate that? Or speed it up? That's really the most effective way in right now, using it to boost what you already do, free up your people for the stuff AI can't do. The creative thinking, the strategy, the human touch.
Exactly. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, thinking of AI as a solution for current problems, it changes it from this big scary tech thing into a potential strategic asset. It's just the focus from the tech itself to the actual value it can bring to your operations, your bottom line.
Right. And speaking of value, you might be thinking, okay, sounds good, but where do I start? Is this expensive? Well, the good news is you can often get immediate value without a big investment. There's quite a bit of low-hanging fruit. And this is where it gets really interesting. We've pinpointed 3 specific areas for quick wins.
That's right. The quickest wins are often around communication, internal processes, and customer interaction. So, first area, marketing and content creation. Generative AI is fantastic for this. You can use it to brainstorm blog ideas, draft social media posts, maybe get a first crack at a customer email.
Like beating the blank page problem.
Exactly. It can seriously speed up content generation. But, and this is crucial, a human must edit it. You need to add your brand voice, check facts. But think of the hours saved on just getting started. That lets your team focus more on the polishing the strategy.
That's a huge plus for businesses always needing fresh content. What about inside the company? Can it actually make internal stuff run smoother?
Absolutely. Second area, internal efficiency. AI tools can summarize long reports or dense email chains, even video meeting transcripts.
Oh, wow.
Imagine getting the gist of a 20-page report in a paragraph, or knowing the key points from an hour-long meeting without rewatching. There are tools, some built into things like Microsoft Teams, others standalone, that generate meeting notes, action items automatically.
That sounds incredibly useful.
It really is. It frees up your team from that admin grind to focus on their actual jobs. Honestly, I think I've spent half my career summarizing meeting notes. That alone sounds appealing.
Huh. I think we can all relate to that one. Okay, what about talking to customers? That's often a big time sink.
Indeed. So the third area is customer service. You can set up pretty simple AI chatbots on your website for FAQs, frequently asked questions. This gives customers instant answers, 234D7 for the common stuff. And the benefit is twofold. Customers get help immediately, which they like, and it cuts down the number of repetitive questions your human team has to answer, so they can focus on the trickier issues, the ones needing real empathy or complex problem solving.
Okay, so we know what AI is, basically that it's already around and where we can get some quick value. But now we hit, well, maybe the most critical part for any new tech, especially AI safety strategy. What does this all mean for actually using it? Because just jumping in without rules, that feels risky.
It definitely raises an important question. How do you use these powerful tools without opening yourself up to new problems? The answer is really about being intentional and secure. So, first piece of advice. Start small, stay focused. Don't try to revolutionize your whole business with AI overnight. That's a recipe for overwhelm.
Thanks.
Instead, pick one single specific problem to solve.
Yeah.
Like, we'll use an AI tool to help draft one social media post a day.
Yeah.
Something clear, measurable. Start there, see how it goes, measure the results, learn from it, and then maybe expand. Scale up once you've got a feel for it in a controlled way.
Start small, less overwhelming.
Okay.
And once you take that first step, what's the biggest pitfall? The absolute must-do for safety?
The most critical step, hands down, create a clear usage policy. And look, this doesn't need to be some massive legal document. It can be short, even just one page. But the absolute core rule, the one everyone must understand, is do not put sensitive or confidential information into public AI tools.
That sounds like the absolute foundation. Can you give some specific examples? What counts as sensitive or confidential here, just so it's crystal clear?
Sure. We're talking customer info names, contacts, purchase history, personal details, employee data, HR files, reviews, payroll, financial records, internal strategy docs, product plans before they're public, anything proprietary. Basically anything that could hurt your business or your customers if it got out. Now, it's important to distinguish using a private, secure AI, maybe one you host yourself. That's different. But the danger is pasting sensitive stuff into those public models, because those models often learn from the data that process. You don't want your private info becoming part of that learning set, or worse, being exposed somehow.
So the rule of thumb is, if you wouldn't plaster it on a public billboard, don't paste it into a public AI tool. It's a big mental shift in how we handle data entry.
Exactly. Treat interacting with a public AI like posting on a public forum or social media. To be cautious there, right? Same principle applies. The goal is to get the power of AI, the efficiency gains, without risking your company's secrets or your client's trust. Keeping that trust, that's fundamental for growth.
That's a really clear and powerful way to think about it. It puts the responsibility squarely on us, the users and the organizations. Okay, so let's quickly recap this deep dive for you. First, AI. It's more accessible than you think. It's already here. It's about smart tools solving real problems. Second, you can get immediate value right now, often with low-cost tools. Think marketing content, internal efficiency, customer service FAQs. Quick wins are possible. And third, maybe most importantly, safety first. Create a simple usage policy. The absolute number one rule. Keep sensitive data out of public AI tools. Protect your information.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, adopting AI responsibly isn't just about the tech. It's really about smart, secure business growth. It's about empowering your team, serving customers better, innovating faster, but doing it all on a solid foundation of trust and data security. This kind of thoughtful approach means your business won't just survive in this AI-driven future, it can actually thrive.
Absolutely. Taking these first steps doesn't need to be scary. It's about being practical, strategic, and, yes, really secure. So as you think about these powerful new tools, consider this. How can proactively managing AI security today shape your competitive edge, shape your customer trust for years down the line? What foundational safeguards will you put in place first? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope this gives you the confidence to take informed steps with AI in your business. Keep exploring, keep learning, and until next time, keep diving deep.
thank you for listening to the CyberShift podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to stay up to date on all things CyberShift technologies, make sure to subscribe to our podcast and join the newsletter on cybershift.com. Have a great day!